Disturbing new developments in the investigation of a fired city employee who was rehired only to be accused of an act of anti-Semitic vandalism.
Emails obtained by KDKA Investigates raise questions about whether Mario Ashkar continued to work for the city after being named a suspect and whether payment invoices were doctored. Here's KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan.
The story of Mario Ashkar and his employment with the city gets stranger and stranger. Fired for poor performance from the Public Safety Department, only to be rehired months later as a contractor by the Parks Department, then paid under the table, as it were, by PayPal instead of city check. Now emails obtained by KDKA question whether he continued to work for the city after police identified him as a suspect in defacing this Mexican War Street sidewalk with this Nazi slogan, even though the city told council it immediately severed ties.
When it became clear, I guess I should say, who their primary suspect for this was, all work stopped under this arrangement.
That would have been April 23rd, but before leaving, Ashkar submitted this invoice, claiming he worked 4 additional days, the 24th through the 28th, after the city said he was let go. In a responding email, Parks Director Catherine Vargas tells Ashkar the city cannot pay him for those days. So Ashkar submits another invoice subtracting those days, but adding 4 hours of work to the previous week. Despite this apparent padding, in a subsequent email, Vargas approves those payments, and Ashkar responds, quote, "Thanks for figuring this out." He adds another 4 hours to the previous week. Is that not fraud?
I am not a lawyer, and this is, as you know, the first time I've seen these documents, but I will say that this appears to be a very improper payment and is quite concerning.
City Controller Rachel Heisler, who initiated the investigation into Ashkar's employment, says the emails raise her concerns to a new level. She says the emails show the Gainey administration knew in late April a city contractor had been implicated in these crimes, but never told the public, even after his arrest on May 10th.
Our office, and therefore City Council, only became aware of it after an anonymous call came in more than 2 weeks later on May 10th, Friday, May 10th. And I find that also to be very disappointing.
Now, in these emails, Parks Director Catherine Vargas takes full responsibility for the whole affair, but Ken, you can see that questions persist.
Clearly. Andy, is there any comment from the Gainey administration tonight?
Well, the administration has referred all these comments, all the investigation over to the Office of Municipal Investigation, which is an internal investigative body. It says it is not going to comment until that investigation is complete.